And in today's episode of Guess Where I'm Getting Breakfast Today, let me know in the comments below what your guesses are. So last time I was here, we did Benton Falls, trail all the way to Benton Falls and then back. So this time, I don't know what we want to do. So now it's fall time. I'm up here because hoping to see some fall colors, although they're still a little bit early. I think we're like a week before peak here, but it's still really pretty and there's quite a few colors still. So not really sure where we're gonna hike. We're just kind of gonna hike around. Might find a place to hammock. I don't know. It's just one of those days that we're just kind of meandering and don't really have a plan. We went down Red Leaf Trail, which is off of the Benton Falls Trail, and we went a little ways and came up to this creek. I don't want to cross this either because I'm not wearing the right shoes. These shoes will get soaked. Yeah. And they just become sponges. We ended up turning around because I, as you heard, did not have the right shoes for it, so went back to the Benton Falls Trail. This is the start of the Climber Trail. Benton Falls Trail leads into this one if you pass the downhill stint to the waterfall. Notice how tight this spot is. Definitely not too heavily trafficked, unlike the Benton Falls Trail. But the pathways are still pretty well paved, so you don't really have any trouble getting through or anything like that. But yeah, all these trails that we went down, besides the Benton Falls Trail, we did not see anybody. We saw like one person coming out of this one like right around here, and that was it. And then the rest of the time we never saw people. So then we came across another little creek, but this one had bigger rocks, so I was able to cross. If you know what this is, let me know in the comments below. Doesn't it look like coral? This is cool. Little like meadow in the middle of the trail. We just came up that way. And now there's this clearing. Kind of odd. Literally trying to look at a map and figure out where you're at. And then I'm like, oh, duh, there's a sign right here. The sign will tell us. So see, this is actually part of the Climber Trail. Or no, I think the Climber Trail's that way. So this is Hancock Loop, and it goes to Benton Falls, and the Naked Widow. Halfway on this is the Naked Widow. So yeah, this is the way we need to go, because we're trying to go to the Naked Widow. So it's weird because it's that service road there. So this is a different meadow, but the trail cuts through it. That bit that we already went through was like all uphill, so it was really challenging. It was a gradual incline, but it's just like constant. And this, there's a signpost up there, because I think this is the way we have to go to get back. Not sure. We kind of had a trail split where it switched us back, or go this way, cut through the meadow. So yeah, it's the Naked Widow Loop. We made it. This is what we were looking for. So there's that way, and it takes you back to the Benton Falls Trail. There's also a trail over there with trailhead signs. Of course, I always have to have my afternoon coffee. If you know me and my afternoon coffee. So I always just prep it in the morning before the hike. So that's it for today's video. We got back home safely. We just hiked that loop. I know I probably wasn't super clear in the video what all we hiked, but if you want to see like a map visual of it, check out my blog post. It's linked below. I have a map where I highlighted what we hiked. And then we ended up not hammocking. We really wanted to, but there just wasn't anywhere good to hammock there. So we stayed on the trail and just hiked, and we hiked for pretty much like 2 hours is what we estimated. I don't know how many miles. I think it was roughly 4 miles. I'm not 100% sure on that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It was super easy hike. It was just that one bit that was like uphill. All the rest of it was fairly flat. A little bit of like, everything's gradual. So if it's uphill or downhill, it's very gradual. But the uphill is hard when it was like a consistent, like gradual uphill. It got me kind of winded. We had to stop like, and towards the end of it, we were almost through it, and I was like, let's stop. I need a break, and I'm hungry. So we sat there. There was a little creek that went through underneath some rocks. Like you couldn't see the creek, but if you stopped, you could hear it. It was really cool. So we sat there and ate snacks as like our lunch, because that's pretty much what we do on our hikes. We pack snacks and eat them for our lunch. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Can't really think of anything else. So if y'all have any questions or anything, check out my blog post link below. Maybe it'll answer some of those. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll answer your questions. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and I will see y'all next week.